The curtain rises on the 2026 FIFA World Cup with Group A. But this group is about much more than just four teams competing against one another. Home field pressure, high altitude, different football cultures, and completely contrasting styles of play make this one of the most fascinating groups in the tournament. On one side, there is the host nation, Mexico. On the other, South Korea, known for its discipline. The Czech Republic, which uses physicality as its primary weapon, and South Africa, ready to spring a surprise. Moreover, the 2026 World Cup will no longer be played under the old format. For the first time in tournament history, there will be 48 teams and 12 groups. With this video, we're beginning a series in which we'll analyze every group one by one. So, let's get started. Most of the Group A matches will be played in Mexico. The cities of Mexico City, Guadalajara, and Monterrey will host the group stage games. One detail that deserves special attention is that Mexico City sits at an altitude of approximately 2,240 meters. It may seem like a small detail, but it is actually extremely important. High altitude makes oxygen intake more difficult for players and can create a significant disadvantage, especially for teams that rely on high-tempo football. For that reason, Mexico is counting not only on home support, but also on the geographical conditions. And now, let's begin with the group's favorite. Mexico arrives at the tournament under Javier Aguirre with high expectations. Along with the advantages of being the host nation comes the pressure that accompanies it. Mexican football has faced the same question for years. Can they finally overcome the round of 16 barrier this time? The team's leader is Edson Alvarez. His role in front of the defense extends far beyond winning the ball back. He is also at the heart of the team's build-up play, serving as the key link between defense and attack. At the back, the partnership of Cesar Montes and Johan Vasquez provides stability. Montes, in particular, can be an additional threat inside the opponent's penalty area during set pieces. However, there are question marks surrounding the goalkeeper position. Following Luis Malagón's serious injury, attention has shifted toward Guillermo Ochoa. If the veteran goalkeeper makes the squad, he will add yet another World Cup appearance to his remarkable career. In attack, all eyes will be on Raúl Jiménez. The experienced striker appears to be Mexico's most reliable source of goals. On the wings, Irving Lozano's one-on-one ability and Julián Quiñónez's physical strength are among Mexico's biggest weapons. Aguirre's teams are usually aggressive. Their identity is built around attacking fullbacks, high intensity, and a physical style of football. But Mexico's biggest challenge will not be tactical, it will be mental. Because playing in front of your own fans can sometimes become more of a burden than an advantage.
The second team in the group is South Korea. They may well be the most organized and systematic side in the group. With more players developing in Europe over recent years, South Korea is no longer known solely for its fighting spirit. The team now stands out for its tactical quality as well. The leader of the team is Son Heung-min. There is a strong possibility that this will be the final World Cup of his career. As a result, he is expected to arrive at the tournament with extra motivation. Son is no longer the traditional touchline winger he was in his younger years. He moves more freely, finds pockets of space, and orchestrates the team's attacking play. Alongside him, Kang-in Lee serves as the creative hub of the squad. His vision and ability to find solutions in tight spaces form the foundation of South Korea's attacking plans. At the back stands Kim Min-jae. Thanks to his physical strength, leadership, and dominance in aerial duels, he is one of the team's most important players. South Korea's biggest concern, however, is the altitude. A team renowned for its high-intensity style faces major questions about how it will adapt to the conditions in Mexico City. For that reason, we may see a more controlled South Korean side than the aggressive pressing team we're accustomed to watching. Even so, in terms of organization and discipline, they remain one of the strongest teams in the group. Next up is the Czech Republic. They returned to the World Cup stage for the first time since 2006 and will be determined to make the most of the opportunity. When people think of the Czech Republic, two words immediately come to mind: physicality and set pieces. The team's biggest star is Patrik Schick. His finishing ability inside the penalty area and his effectiveness in the air make him one of the most dangerous strikers in the group. In midfield, there is Tomáš Souček. After years of delivering high-level performances in the Premier League with West Ham, Souček remains central to the team both defensively and offensively. The Czech Republic's game plan is very clear. Slow the match down, increase the physical intensity, and capitalize on set pieces. For that reason, they will particularly look to impose their physical superiority against South Africa and South Korea. Their path to the World Cup was also a difficult one. They secured qualification by surviving 2 separate playoff rounds, both decided on penalties. That suggests this is a team comfortable playing under pressure. And now we come to the group's potential surprise package, South Africa. Perhaps the least talked about team in the group, but certainly not one that should be underestimated. A large portion of the squad has been playing together for years. As a result, their on-field chemistry is stronger than that of many opponents. The most important attacking player is Lyle Foster.
He is viewed as the team's greatest hope in front of goal. In midfield, Teboho Mokoena stands out. His ball-winning ability and direct style make him the player who initiates many of South Africa's transition attacks. South Africa's greatest weapon is their quick transitions. They can be extremely dangerous when they catch opponents before their defenses are fully organized. However, they have significant defensive issues. Their positioning on set pieces, in particular, could become a major problem against opponents such as the Czech Republic. As a result, they are a team capable of producing very different performances depending on how matches unfold. So what does the overall picture of the group tell us? On paper, Mexico appears to be the clear favorite. Home advantage, familiarity with the altitude, and passionate crowd support give them a noticeable edge. South Africa, meanwhile, is generally viewed as the weakest team in the group. The real battle seems likely to take place between South Korea and the Czech Republic. Their head-to-head clash could very well determine the fate of the group. On one side, discipline and tempo. On the other, physical power and set-piece expertise. The winner will gain a huge advantage. My prediction is that Mexico is the strongest candidate to finish at the top of the group. The race for second place, however, could go all the way to the final match day. But that's the beauty of the World Cup. What looks certain on paper often means very little once the action begins on the pitch. Perhaps South Africa will produce the surprise of the group. Perhaps the pressure of hosting will weigh heavily on Mexico. Or maybe Son Heung-min will carry his team through what could be the final World Cup of his career. We won't have to wait long to find out. So, how do you think Group A will finish? Be sure to leave your predictions in the comments below. In the next video, we'll break down Group B of the World Cup. If you don't want to miss the series, make sure to subscribe and leave a like on the video. See you in the next one.